Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk Leeds United. Just done a live stream, realised my Ethernet cable wasn't plugged in and the Wi-Fi was rubbish. It's all blurry, so I was going to make a new little shorter video, still with all the same information in. Just been reading that West Brom are braced for an approach from Leeds for Carlos Corberan. Please get this man. In my opinion, Corberan is the perfect manager for Leeds. Obviously, he used to be our under-21 coach. He knows the club. It would just be perfect. He knows the championship. That's the two things to tick off from this. He knows the club. He knows the championship. I mean, what more do you want at this stage? Some of the names that have been thrown around, like Rodgers and Potter, and that, I just think we need leveling out a little bit and being realistic. Are they going to come to Leeds when they could probably get another Premier League job? I don't think so. Rodgers probably more likely than Potter, but still very unlikely. Carlos Corberan would be perfect for me. Got Huddersfield to the playoff final on a shoestring budget. He had nothing. He had a poor squad. He had no money to spend. And with West Brom, he took them over. They were second to bottom. Yeah, he got them within 3 points of the playoffs. He's no mug. He's no clown. He knows the club inside out. And I think Corberan would be a great appointment. I'm just going to jump straight into it and share my screen with you on the article that I was reading. Here we go. West Brom braced for Carlos Corberan. So, West Brom League approach. So it's from the Football Insider sources, but it's written by Pete O'Rourke, who has quite often had a bit of substance, in my opinion. And West Brom are braced for an approach from Leeds United for manager Carlos Corberan. The 40-year-old previously worked as coach Ellen Roden. Corberan was in the running to succeed Jesse March following the sacking in February. The Spaniard is on Leeds' radar. So I think we approached him, but I think we said to him, we'll only give you to the end of the season. And, he was like, well, I'm worth a bit more than that. So no, thank you. So we sort of shot ourselves in the foot by saying we're only having to the end of the season. In my opinion, we should have just got it Corberan job done. It goes on to say Corberan got a new improved deal until 2027, but what's that worth these days? It just means we'll have to pay more compensation money. He oversaw an impressive turnaround. Like I said, they were second to bottom, and he got them to within inches of the playoffs. So the Spaniard won 16 out of 30 games, over a 50% win ratio with West Brom. That's pretty good. And obviously, as it says here, he's been marred by a backdrop of financial issues. They're in all kinds of troubles, West Brom, and similar to what Huddersfield were. And he got Huddersfield to within a game of the Premier League, and he got West Brom to within 3 points of the playoffs. So this bloke knows what he's doing. Imagine what he could do with some of the players we've got if we could keep hold of Somerville, Nonto, etc., Adams, which is all up in the air at the moment. Imagine what he could do with them and a bit of money. I think he would be good. In fact, he is my preferred choice. Corberan is the one that I would want the most. I've been also looking at manager odds this morning because Scott Parker, who I mentioned in my live stream, has been backed in. And I know manager odds, bookmarkers can be a load of old tosh sometimes, but sometimes they do have traction. They do pick up on information and stuff. And Scott Parker, the other day, he was 25-1. He's been backed into 6-1. Sometimes it's a load of rubbish. Sometimes there is smoke. And the fact that Gerrard and Scott Parker are both on that list does worry me a little bit because I don't want either of them anywhere near our football club whatsoever. But Carlos Corberan for me is my favourite, and I just hope we can get this man. And I think if we approach him, he comes. Yeah, I think like I said, he knows the club. He'll believe in his ability to get us out of the Premier League, and he'll know what a goldmine of a club he will be managing if he can do that. And I think he comes. I think if we come calling, he comes running. That's my opinion. You might think differently. Some of the other names on here, Brendan Rodgers has been lingering around for ages. It's interesting that William Hill, he's 8-1, and Betfair, he's 7-2. It's quite a contrast. But in my opinion, Rodgers waits for another Premier League job. I think him managing Leeds is a banana skin. Because if he manages Leeds and get promoted, well done, you've got Leeds out of the Championship. But if he comes to Leeds and struggles, is he then going to walk into another job easily? When on his record, it showed how much, it shows what, he struggled in the Championship is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think he'll put his reputation at risk by coming to Leeds. And Graham Potter, I mean, I would love, he's my number one choice, Potter, but he's not coming. So it's irrelevant saying it. So like Guardiola would be my number one choice, but he ain't going to come, ain't going to happen. And Potter is not coming. So my number one choice out of realistic people we could get is Carlos Corberan. And I think it's a possibility, I think if we, like I said, if we go to West Brom and ask for him, I think he'll want to talk to us. I think he comes. I think we could get Corberan. So 63 days until the season starts. Don't know who's going to own the club. No manager, no director of football, and we don't know who's even going to be playing here next season. Could you get any more unorganised for a season? Any more? Basically, we don't know what the fuck is going on at all with anything. So, I was reading things about this morning about Burnley and Luton preparing a bid for Cody Drame. Actually, I'll just get the tweet up from Romano, the reliable Romano. Here we go. Burnley and Luton are prepared to open talks over the permanent transfer of Cody Drame in the coming days. Leeds have yet to appoint a new head coach as they still hope to convince Drame to stay and get promoted. Not going to happen. If you're Cody Drame, if you're Cody Drame and you've been fed to the wolves, you've been thrown under the bus, you've been disowned for 2 seasons, because we got Ayling and Christensen playing in his position. If we've got prime Cafu or Cancelo playing there, then he'd probably think, fair enough. Imagine him, because even though he was at Luton, he would have been watching the Leeds games. He'd be saying, look at Ayling and Christensen. I could have done much better than that. And then we've gone down and he's gone up with Luton. He ain't staying at Leeds, by the way. He will push for a move. If he does stay, I'd be so happy. And maybe new manager, new owners, they'd be like, look, I don't know what happened before. It was nothing to do with us. You're going to be our number one right back. Then that's the only way he might stay. But if I was him, I would be like a big FU to Leeds, because we treated him horrendously for 2 seasons with players who he's arguably better than. So if I'm Drame, I'm annoyed. Seen a lot of people talking about Adam Forshaw, whether we should keep him for another season. In my opinion, we should, simply because in the Championship, I think he'd be a good player. Even a good squad player. Our last 4 or 5 games of the season, he was probably our best midfielder, which is absolutely horrific. Like, it's 2023 and we're still talking about Adam Forshaw, like still relying on Adam Forshaw. It's mental how we're in this position, but we are in this position, and I think we could do with him in the Championship, especially if we do end up selling Tyler Adams. He's sort of a ready-made replacement, obviously nowhere near as good, but similar traits to Tyler Adams. Sorry, got distracted for a second. And also been seeing a lot of people moaning about this picture of Meslier. 1 second. Where is it? Meslier. Here we go. What's wrong with it, guys? The man's on holiday. He's a 21, 22-year-old man on holiday. Yeah, we've just been promoted, but the players don't care as much as we do. Like, if I'm on holiday in South Beach, Miami, I'm sitting there, probably enjoying myself, but thinking, oh, God, we've been relegated. We're in the Championship next season. These geezers, they don't think like that. He'll be thinking, oh, where am I going to be playing next season? Give the man a break. Like, yes, he was awful last season, and he was. But honestly, ability and performances aside, it's his summer holidays. He can't jet off and go to Miami any other time of the year. This is his summer holidays. This is the equivalent of you booking 2 weeks off work and going to Miami. Like, give the man a break. Yeah, he's gone on holiday. I mean, get your comments in the section below if this has rattled you at all. But for me, I just see a man on holiday like I see anyone else on holiday. So, that's not an issue for me. And I think give the man a break, in my opinion. But But yes, guys, as I said, I've done a live stream earlier. Look back, blurry as anything. So I've made another video, and there was a bit of an update because I hadn't catched the Carlos Corberan news yet. I was just reading about Scott Parker being the next Leeds manager. Oh God, please! I couldn't cope with Scott Parker like at all. Him and Gerrard. If they were one of them to be appointed, that would show how disconnected the ownership and the fans are, because they must know that we just would not want either of them near our club. Like, I know I'm talking like Gerrard and Parker like it would be about Frank Lampard. Obviously, that's on a different level, but not for me, Gerrard. Not for me, Parker. No way. I really hope we push on with Carlos Corberan. I think that would be a brilliant appointment. I think he would guarantee us top 6, and hopefully, obviously, automatic promotion. But like I said, 63 days until the new season starts, and we've got to get our shit together. Yeah, because if we want to convince people like Nonto and Adams to stay, which is potential in my opinion, they're going to want reassurances. They want to know who our manager is. They want to know what the plan is going forward. And this talk about Brendan Rodgers again. If we're going to get people like that, we need to say to them, you know, ABC, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to spend. This is our plan if we get promoted. Not, oh, we don't know who owns us. Oh, he owns a bit of us. He owns, you know, we don't know who the new sporting director is. And I see people moaning about getting a Norwich sporting director and the West Brom manager, Corberan. And, you know, shouldn't we be aiming for higher? We're Leeds United. No, we need levelling out. We need, but like I said, back to basics, levelling out again, okay? We're a massive club, one of the biggest clubs in England, but we're now in the Championship. We're not going to get Graham Potter. We're not going to get the best sporting director in the world. We're just not able to do that. So we need levelling out slightly, in my opinion. And Corberan would be perfect for me. It's only my opinion. Like, you know, he could take over and we could come 15th. But I feel like there's a bit of substance there. He knows the Championship. He knows Leeds United. And some of the other names on that list, I'll just bring it up one more time. Share screen, next manager odds. Right. So this geezer here, Regis Libri. Have I butchered his name? I don't know. Apologies if I have. But got Lorient to 10th place. You know, nothing against the bloke. I don't know him, right? So I can't say if he's a good or a bad manager, but isn't it a bit of a risk going down to the Championship and getting a manager in who's never managed in England? That to me screams of risk. That seems like a Victor Orta appointment who's not here anymore. So we don't need to go down this road. We need someone tried and tested at this level. And Carlos Corberan is that man. He's been at Leeds. He's realistic. We need to go and get this geezer. Let me know in the comments below who you would like and if you'd like Corberan or not. But personally, I would. And some of the other names down here, they're never going to happen. I'll tell you who I would like. Where is the Michael Carrick? Like, I know he's got Man United links, and I know that would be hard for some fans to look beyond. But if this geezer got us playing attractive football, because let's not forget, all we want is to enjoy watching Leeds again. When was the last time you watched a Leeds game and was tantalised by the football we played? It was Bielsa, wasn't it? Yeah, we're never going to be able to replicate those days, but we might be able to get near them. And I just feel like Carrick or Corberan will be able to play a nice style of football for us to enjoy watching expansive passing. Allardyce done what he had to, whatever. You know, I didn't care. I just wanted to get results in. And I do in the Champions as well, but I want to enjoy it along the way. The new fixtures are out in 18 days. Oh, my God. It's going to be horrible watching that. What seeing that. Millwall away, Stoke at home, Huddersfield away, Middlesbrough at home, Plymouth away, Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, awful. I remember when we was in the Premier League, I used to be so excited for the fixtures to come out. Now I'm literally dreading it. Millwall away, we always beat us. I think I've been to Millwall away about 5-6 times, and I've seen us win once when Prutton and I think Andy Hughes scored. But yeah, dreading the fixtures coming out. 63 days till the season starts. Well, probably 62. Because best believe we're going to be that Friday night live game. Whoever we're playing, it'll be Leeds United. Like I said, everyone's cup final, and you know, people say that all the time, but it's so true. You know, high crowds, it's sellout games. All the players are up for it. It's so hard. We've got 46 cup finals next season, which is why it's harder for us to bounce up than teams like Norwich and Burnley, because no one cares about them. No disrespect. So. It's going to be hard to get out of the division. and we need to get our house in order ASAP. Like, we don't even know who's going to own us. Probably looks like it's going to be the 49ers. Hopefully, Rads actually completely goes. We need to get a new manager, and that manager's going to want his own players, own style of football. So he's, the squad turnaround is going to be massive. We've got so much to do in so little time. So I'm hoping this week we see some movement with the ownership, with the manager. The other day, was it Kinnear said, or in the Athletic, it said, we're looking to appoint a manager in 3 weeks, next 3 weeks. No, that's too long. 3 weeks is nearly halfway to when the season starts. We need our house in order before that point. So let's hope we see some movement in the next few days. And if you wouldn't mind, commenting, and please subscribe, guys. It really helps. It's a new channel. I'm just learning how to do things and stuff. So bear with me. It will improve. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you.